mainly have five. Five things. Number one is the view drop-down menu. So the view drop-down menu is actually to give you different types of view for the TV database. If I go to my trial balance, so currently you're seeing the account description, those unadjusted columns, final figure, and your prior period final. So let's say I want to change the view, then I go to my engagement. Currently you're looking at the default view. Okay, you're looking at the default view. So you see got three types of view you can change. Financial statement view will just show you the final and the prior period. And then XCD view is another view called summary of unadjusted audit differences. But for you, you will be using default view only. And then like I told you earlier, every account needs to go under the specific classification and the taxonomy, right? Like NCA and PPE. So how to find? You will see next to account detail there's account group summary worksheet. If you select, you will find all of the taxonomy. PPE cost, accumulated depreciation, intangible. So whatever account code that you're grouping under the taxonomy, the amount will reflect here. Okay? Email. Okay, so you will see PPE cost is actually 699. So you can check back in your account detail. What is my PPE cost? All of this name as cost, if you total it up, should become 699 total amount. Then I also have my subgroup summary. What is subgroup summary? Now my PPE cost, right? PPE can a lot of furniture and fitting, all of the division breakdowns, right? That is my subgroup summary. So you see here air conditioner, etc., etc. Got 22 subgroups under PPE. Okay, so how does this work? You know, in your financial statement, you have PPE, and then next to the PPE, you will see a note number. Note 5 to note 9. That note is actually giving you more breakdown. So when you go to that note 9, then you will see what are the PPE that they have and what is their depreciation rate in the note. That breakdown is what you are seeing under subgroup summary. So how to view this? Now you see my cost here starting from 1000 and then got a tab 010020, right? So how to read this? If I say 1000, then I come here, I see 1000, okay. Those subgroup goes under this PPE cost. But randomly select a number, 6200, bank borrowing, short term. Then I go to account subgroup summary, 6200. So you see here all of this. Okay, this will go under that main group. These are the subgroup for that short term borrowings. Clear? So as you can see here, usually the grouping will be done by your side. But we have done the grouping. You would have to few accounts only for the grouping. You move to the section. So for now, you will have this 5 function. Number 1 is default. Okay, account detail, group summary, and subgroup summary. All of the summaries, the total should be 0. But right now, your total is not 0 if you check in your group and subgroup. But the detail will show 0. Can you spot the difference? The difference is because there are few accounts that we haven't grouped yet. The moment you group, then the PV will tally. But as first time when you import the trial balance, you should just check your account detail. The total needs to be 0 because debit and credit in one column is 0. Okay, clear? Then group summary is the main one. Subgroup summary is your breakdown for the main group. Now, how to get all of these grouping names? So you didn't key in all of this, right? So how to have this grouping name is that under that same engagement view, you will see group. Okay, this is the grouping list name that you actually see: trading, manufacturing, and service, comprehensive income by function. Below that got profit driver, right? If you select that, you will see the names will change. Under your group and subgroup. The detail will remain the same. So this is the grouping list name. Now this one is very general, what I'm showing you. So we are always using the first grouping list. Remember that we are using the first grouping list. Okay, now let's look into account grouping. Under engagement, select account groupings. Now, in this account grouping, you're seeing TB and grouping list. Where are you doing your grouping now? Under which TB? So we only have one TB. So don't change this part. And then for which column? Current unadjusted balance. So usually when you do for current year, your prior year will just follow. Okay? And then under your ungrouped account, can you see you have two at the bottom? So it means you only have two accounts that you never group. The rest we already group it for you. So usually when you have like 138, how will you group it? What will be the method for you to group it? There are several ways. Okay, I'll teach you the basic one. Now, can you see on your right hand side, these are your groups and subgroups. Okay, and then there's plus and minus sign here. This is expand and collapse. So click on the collapse 2 times, let it collapse. When you collapse, you can see here 1000 PPE cost, right? First one. And then you see in your TV database 1000 PPE cost. And then you're going to group somebody. So it's the same. Whatever you're seeing here is what being shown in the TV database also. Okay, so that's why the system can detect. If it's different, let's say I put 1001 PPE cost here. And then here 1000 PPE, then you won't see the account being grouped like that. So how to group now? First thing first, you need to figure out bank account UOB. What account is this? First you need to know balance sheet of P&L item. How to know this? Because you can't see the figures here. So, can you see at the bottom, got calculate sum? Check that box. Tick that box, then you will see the numbers. This is my positive balance. Why we have to check this, right? Because most of the times when client give you their PB, it can be balance sheet item, but then you misunderstand for P&L. So rather than misunderstanding like that, you can just check positive balance or negative balance. Okay? Bank account UOB is what account now? Balance sheet or P&L? Balance sheet, right? CP is it? Balance sheet item. So this account grouping here has been arranged from balance sheet. Then the last one you see all of them on P&L item. So it's in order. Now when I say balance sheet current asset or non-current asset? Current asset. So at the beginning you will find all NCA, then while you're moving down you will say CA, and then you see query, and CL, that's the order you will see. Okay? Then if I say CA, then am I going to put bank account UOB in my financial statement to display the figure? Then what will be the name? Cash and bank balances. So what I want you to do now is find for cash and bank and let me know the account code, the group code. Smiling from bank. What's the code? 3,400 cash and bank balances, right? You see there's a plus button next to it, expand. When you expand, you can see 010, 020, correct? That is the subgroup, the breakdown from the main group. Now, my bank account UOB will go under 010 or 020. 010, right? Okay, so select on 010. After you select, you will see the green color arrow is activated, right? Just select. The account will just go under 3,400,010. Simple. That is all you have to do. Another way for you to do, now petty cash also should go under 010. Another way, you can just drag and then drop on that subgroup. Let's say you wrongly assign the account. Select on the subgroup or select on the account that you no longer need it. Yes, I select on the subgroup, then I unassign. You can drag and drop reverse. Okay? Understand? Everyone? Okay, let's say it's a sequential account. Then you just shift select and drag and drop. If it's non-sequential, you know how to use the control select? You know how to use control select in Excel? Control select, so that you don't want the gaps. Okay, there are jumps, right? Then you control select, drag and drop. Boleh juga. Okay, can you do your grouping? Then, once done, select those. Okay, account grouping is auto save, so you don't have to click save or anything. Sudah. Then, once you do your grouping, now you will see there's a lot of zeros, right? You don't want all these zeros. So, don't hide this manually. Go under engagement. You will find properties. Select on the properties. You see the first two box, hide zero balance group and subgroup, hide zero balance account. Just tick the first two box. Select OK. Sudah hide. What happens is the moment when you have new account coming in, like there's anything zero balance previously, after you group, it will unhide it automatically. If you hide it, then you have to go and unhide. By the time you want to unhide, you will forget that you actually hide it in the first place. Okay, so don't hide it using your Excel function. Use engagement functions to hide. Okay, clear? Can you answer this during Excel? Where to hide? Go to engagement, properties, select the checkbox. So that is account grouping. Easy. So drag and drop, collapse or expand, check calculate sum. Okay, make sure you check the calculate sum box. And then revisit anytime system will auto save. Figures will flow to group and subgroup worksheet. Zero items can be hidden by property setting. Okay, there are one tips. Every account that you have, you must group it at least to one subgroup. Okay, so for example, just now the CB. Can you see my total is 0? Okay. I go to my subgroup, my total will be 0 also. Now what happens is that, I don't want you to do this, I will do the error. Okay, so I'm going to do one mistake now. So for example, this is PPE, right? Under 040, there is this account code 1210. Okay, I want to unassign this. Rather than putting computer equipment under computer and peripherals, I straight away group it to the main group. You still can do. See, I put it here. Follow the app. Then I close. You know what will happen now? My total here will show some figure. 293. But my account group summary will still show 0 because my group is balanced. What? Group already capture the figure, but my subgroup I never place it under any subgroup. So my subgroup is missing that 293k. How to reconcile back this 293k? I don't know from where it's coming. Go to account detail, find computer equipment and cost 293. So I already know this one, right? Then I go to my account grouping. Here, you don't have to unassign, you can cut and paste also. Cut and then paste. So now I go to my subgroup. Okay, balance. So you can play with this account grouping. no issues. You just have to balance it, you assign it properly. But anyone's total is not 0. So I'm like asking you now itself, because later on when we have the workshop, then someone will tell, okay, my total is not 0. Check if your total is 0 or not. Okay, shift function for sequential account. Peter, because clear with account grouping? Okay, yes. Total is not 0. Last 2 rows is 0. Oh, you never import your prior period. That's why. Okay. Go back to your client's file balance. Remember you imported the TV? So how you did it? Okay. Then you have to label your B, right? Column. This one you never labeled, all you might have labeled the different columns, so it's not showing. Okay. Do your grouping also. Do your grouping style. Account grouping. Go to your edits. So how you know the account grouping is done? Select account groupings. You see here the ungrouped account is 0, and then your grouping is done. Okay, in real life audit, the moment you do your account grouping, your net income or loss here, the unadjusted column, 5.4 million, right? Should tie back to client's financial statement. Should tie back to client's PNL. Then only you're auditing the right way. If you never tie back, either the other side got mistake or our side got mistake. The error mostly comes from the grouping. Okay, then you have to check line by line how much is their CA and CA. You need to know where's the difference coming from. Okay, so make sure A is tying back to your client's FS. Okay, then moving to TB link. So before I move to TB link, right? The moment you do account grouping, remember the overall flow of TB database? Client TV, TB database, then you do account grouping. What document will be generated? Check back your slide. After I do account grouping, behind Samuel. Yeah. Pink color baju. What document will be created after we do account grouping? First we have client DB, right? Then TB database, then the third document. Who wants to help your friend? help me. Got no true friend here. Louder? Lead sheet. Okay, lead schedule or lead sheet. So right now I already do my account grouping, right? So where to find my lead sheet? Lead sheet will be placed under every section. So go to your binder. You see got a lot of cycle here, right? Funding, investing, a lot of cycles. So expand your funding cycle. Expand your funding cycle. We have removed the work paper for all of the section you are seeing here. Only for cash and bank balances we have given you the work papers. Expand cash and bank balances. The first thing first you will find lead schedule. Open the lead schedule. Open the lead schedule, let it load. Done?
Funding cycle expense.
Who cannot follow? So, what is the difference between trial balance and lead schedule? Trial balance will not have analytical review. TB database that you are seeing here is just for your viewing purpose only. You won't be doing any working inside here. This is the place where you modify the figures, okay? Import figures, just check how much is my PNL, that's all. Other than that, if I want to do any working, I have to start from my lead schedule. So this report is being generated from TB database. Okay, from TB database. Later I will show you how to generate this report. But first thing first, look at here, row 5, work paper is showing the schedule. And then row 4 is showing TB. So now this lead schedule is coming from this TB. That's the relation. And then same account description, you have unadjusted all of the column you saw in your TB, you will find it here. And then you have extra 2 column called variance. This variance is your AR. AR is analytical review. Okay, so you have variance by value, variance by percentage. So system calculated. Now it's giving you bank account decreased by 518. So you have to go do your working, right? To find out why decrease. So I leave that to you. How you want to do your working depends on the audit program of the company. How you need to do your steps. Okay. So then I come here, I can see my subtotal for cash and bank is 258. Correct or not? Go to your TB database, subgroup. You see cash and bank 258. Same. Then my FD 3020. Same 3020. So you need to check with subgroup. How to identify that this is the subgroup? You see here, main is group, second is subgroup. Then here they are showing subtotal. Subtotal means the total from subgroup. Then my total group 3,400. If I go to my TB database, I can go to account group summary 3,400. 3.278 million, right? Same 3.278 million. So this report is totally depending on your TB database. And it is dynamic. It will change according to the changes in TB database. Clear? Alright. Okay, here I got subgroup none, subtotal none also, right? So this one is literally the zero balances. How to hide? Go to engagement, properties. Okay, now you see settings. Go to settings, just select the first 2 box. Properties, setting, first 2 box, click OK. Whenever you open a document for the first time, which is TB related, like lead schedule or database, right, it will load sometimes for the first time. After you already save and close, it will not load. It won't take a longer time to load. Okay, done. See now it already hides 21, there's no 22 or 23. slide, and we have reached to the slide, I will show you how to generate. But usually in our binder template, you don't have to generate this document. We already create all this beforehand. Your job is to just put account grouping. The moment you do the grouping, this document will reflect the figures. If you never do the grouping, yes, TB is there, but it won't show here. Thus, you see, it is depending on the group number and the subgroup number. Clear? Okay. What will be the next document after you have your lead schedule? Imagine that you already finalized the figure. Then you have two Excels. What are those Excel? Just name any. Okay, first name. Ang Ching En. Actually, I was thinking to call you. Then I saw the name. See? We got connection. Ang Shin En, what will be the following document? Let's say your lead schedule, you already do your work done. Got your evidence. Finalize the figure. Okay, one is disclosure, another one is? Correct, okay. Basic financial statement and also disclosure note. We'll go to your basic FS first. Where to find your basic FS? Same, under the same financial statement tab. So we already do client TB, right? Client TB dah habis, TB database habis. You see C10105. Got MPERS, basic FS and results disclosure. You find that? What is MPERS? Apakah itu MPERS? Dah makan. Easy lah, call me. Eric. Who's Eric? You Eric. Okay. What is MPERS? Don't know means you pass to another person. Choose some.
Sorry.
You said like I have been giving answers to this morning. Okay, shall we go to MPERS? I know MPERS is MPERS.
Accounting standard.
Accounting standard. Okay, who don't know what is MPERS first? Never mind, you are not supposed to know all this. I assume you guys are 21, 22, right? How many of you don't know what is MPERS? So if you don't know, then I'll explain. Okay? In Malaysia, when you do reporting, right, even accountant or auditor, you need to follow the reporting standards. For example, how do you measure revenue? All these are based on standard. Okay, this is how you do the accounting for revenue. Revenue recognition principle. Have you heard that? So it's all. This is what I meant by third. So MPERS is the standard for smaller size company in Malaysia. The full name is Malaysia Private Entity Reporting Standard, like that. Malaysian Private Entity, so MPERS. Most of the companies, not audit firms, this is talking about real business clients, they are using MPERS because the reporting standard is very straightforward and easy. We have another one called MFRS. You know IFRS? So MFRS is coming from IFRS. IFRS is international standard. Okay, like US using GAAP, right? GAAP. Then other than US, most of them are using IFRS too. So Malaysia, who's Malaysia? The person who will come up with all of this standard is MIA. MIA, and then they got MASB, all of this board. So that's just, MIA, Malaysian Institute of Accountants. They will, I don't know how to say it, menggubal. Menggubal undang-undang, they say. They will do all of this standard from IFRS, they create MFRS. So MFRS is complex procedure. Complex means more tighter, more strict reporting. Clear? So we have chosen the simpler version for you, which is MPERS. Okay? open your MPERS FS. So the financial statement will be a little bit different between MPERS and MFRS. Not from presentation wise, but from the figure wise, how you take the figures in. Okay, so can you find all of the statement inside SOFP, SOCI, CIE and CF, and then you got your diagram. Now this is not a statement, but in an audit report, you have to include this. Okay, so you can ignore the first page if you're not interested. You determine, then you can go and study later on this test, right? Now let's go into your SOFP. So you can see, right, your balance sheet item here. How does the figure are showing here? You can compare back it with your TB database. For example, trade receivable 61 million. Go back to your TB database. Can you see? Can you find for trade receivable? 61 million, right? Correct. So how do you think the figures are popping here? It's from your overall flow of TB database. It's from a function called TB link. Okay, can you check on your formula bar whenever you select on any of the data, there is a link. There's a formula, it's actually a link. This link is being created from your TB database and your Excel. So that your Excel will talk to your TB. Okay, so let's create this now. How to create? I'll go back to slide. See, copy and paste TB link. That's the function name. That's how it will look like. You have three options when you copy and paste. So I'm going to see here because most of the link has been created. So it has been created, you don't have to create any link. But in order, let's say in the future you want to create link, right? You need to go to your TB database first because you have to copy from here. So let's say I'm copying the 61 million. But when I say copy, it's not your normal Control C. Right click on the figure and then scroll down, you will find copy TB link. Select on copy TB link. So the system will get the link now for this figure. Then you go here, wherever you want to paste, right click, scroll down, find for paste TB link. It's still copy paste, but you're using engagements copy paste. Select paste TB link. Okay, you got three options, right? Number one is asking you for paste option. You got two now, paste or paste sum. So when I'm selecting copying one cell, then it's just paste. If I'm copying more than one cell, then it's paste sum. Operator option, always keep it as none, don't change it. Sign option. Okay. Now the 61 million is in debit balance. If I want to make it credit, then I use reverse sign. Okay, so right now I want it to be an actual, so I select OK. Okay, another link. So let's select more than one. Shift select. You know how to shift select? Okay, just shift select. Select on the first one, go to the last cell that you want to select, press shift and then click. Some people do this way, don't do this way. You know how they do it? They do like this. Shift, 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 one by one. No. Then you don't need to do shift if you are doing that way. Just drag. But if you are using shift, select the first one, go to the last one, shift select that. Right click, copy the billing. Okay, you see here the sum here is showing negative 15 million at the bottom, right? For me, depends on whatever you are selecting. You don't have to select exactly like mine. And I go here, right click, paste the billing. Okay, if now I go and click paste, you know what will happen? It will go paste on top of all of these figures here. Right? Because a lot of cells, right? The moment it pasted and it will overlap, you cannot undo back to get the original 2025 now. I am really at a time again. So make sure when you're selecting more than one cell, you want to paste all short one together without summing the then up, then make sure there's enough space. Okay, now I'm going to page sum and then I want to reverse the sign. Negative to positive. Click OK. Faham? Clear? Tak faham? Okay, so you get right. Then how else can you use this copy tabling, paste tabling? You can do prior year and current year. Okay, like this. Select like this, or select like this, right click, copy tabling, boleh juga. Right click, paste tabling, again paste sum, all at one, right? Up to you, reverse or count. Okay, I'll do again the alignment. Here? Okay. So that is how you are seeing all of the figures here. Okay, same goes for SOCI. Now SOCI also same. But then you go to your cash flow, you will see most of them don't have link. For example, displays all. Then there are some got link, some got no link. Why you think don't have link here? Anyone who answered this, then just say it. Huh? Holiday. Yeah, not wasting time. Okay. You can close this client TV. We are no longer using this. We only use this for import. So just close this. Save or don't save, up to you. Okay. Why cash flow here all got no link? Got no link. Why some got link, some got no link? Got prepared cash flow before. Cash flow statement. Got prepared, right? This one you don't have to intern to know this. Prisha. What was the question? Can't hear you. Yeah, why? Oh, I thought she's asking me again. Why? Yeah, why? You don't know. Okay, pass to someone then. How many times you want it? Someone be fair.
I pass it to her, she will pass it.
Okay, Kashika who? You don't say Vivian. Huh? You. Yeah. Don't know. Never mind, don't know. Okay, pass. We find the person who knows. Hey, if anyone knows, then you keep quiet. I tell you, you would fail. Hmm? Wrong. Kind of answer is that? There's no amount. There's no amount means you should see that dash, but. Eric don't want to look at my eyes at all. Like, I don't want to look at her. She'll call me. Cash flow is what? What is actually cash flow statement? See the movement of cash, right? Cash in and cash out. Inflow and outflow. To see a movement, how to ask you? Where's the thing? You see here, increase, decrease, right? These are movement. Can you get movement from closing balance? Can we? Closing balance is closing balance. After the movement is closing balance. Increase, decrease, all. How much increase and decrease is from prior year to current year, right? These are movement. Movement you can only get it from your own calculation or your GL, right? TV is movement or closing balance. closing balance. That's why you cannot link. It's okay if you don't know now. Make sure you know it after you already graduate. Okay. Cash flow statement is actually movement. Last year I had 100k for trade receivable. This year 200k. So increase by 100k. That is what you have to do here. Now this link, the formula you can't get from anywhere unless you do your own calculation. That's why you don't get shocked. Hey, why, you know why I'm asking you this now? Previously last year, all when I do training, I won't ask. Then I found out that a lot of accountants out there, they send us case lah, issue, cash flow statement, the consultant. Then when I go meeting with them, then I ask them, cash flow statement based on movement or closing balance? Based on TV is based on closing balance. So I can only link closing balance. I cannot link movement. Faham tak? Faham Okay. Additional knowledge. Okay, so now you already learned TV link. Now TV link, this is to copy multiple cells at once. You hold down shift or control. So control, this is how it will work. Select control, 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 control. Then just right click, copy TV link, over there paste some. Okay? But you cannot control within two columns, you know. Error. You always have to select. If you are using control, then it's the same column, right? Or same row. If it's multiple columns and rows, then you shift. Because shift is sequential. Always select final balance. So just now when you do TV link, if you copy from the other place, right, unadjusted or first price period, then you are not going to see any update in the figure. Why? Because final column is the summation between unadjusted AJE and RJE. The JE is actually general entries. So let's say now the 699, I got adjustment for 100,000 ringgit, reduce 100,000, credit. Then my final will become 599. So if I never TV link from here, but I TV link from unadjusted, it will reflect the 599. It will remain as 699. So always select final balance when you want to do TV link. Compulsory sequence, okay. When you're linking documents, right, this is not only for software. Applicable to any of the working you're doing on them. When you're linking something, always open the original file from where you start to link. So I'm linking from TV, right? Open TV database, then you open the files that you're linking to. If not means Microsoft will clash. Then it will load, take a longer time. Because when you open the link document, it will try to find where's the source coming from. Now, TV report. Remember for your account grouping, after account grouping, you need to generate TV report in your overall flow. This is the TV report. The function name is TV report. With the TV report, you can create 4 types of report. Number 1 is lead sheet, which I showed you earlier. Okay, how to create? Okay, these are the guidelines for you to select when you create, which I'll show you later. And then second report name is working TV. What is working TV? Right now, the trial balance you have, it is not a working TV because it's locked. You try to go and modify something in the TV, it will not allow you to do so. Okay, so if you create working TV, where you can do your working. Third one is prelim AR. Prelim AR, when you are doing interim audit, and then you do analytical review for the first 6 months. Then final AR for that, total 12 months. Final AR. Okay, all this report you can find inside the system. Finder. Number 1, you see you got classified report. C10110. Classified report. Now you open this. Now this one is SOFP and SOCI generated by the system. The Excel you opened earlier, right? It was prepared by us by using Excel. But if you want system generated to get accurate information, then you go to classified report, SOFP and SOCI. So you see everything according to your financial statement. Okay? Then prelim AR and final AR, you can find here B10,000 got prelim AR. And then A10,000 you can find final AR. Prelim is usually during the beginning of the audit. That's why it will be under planning. Final is under completion. Okay? Boleh faham? Lead sheet, prelim, all of these are coming from TV database. Later on, you can just open and check. So how to create this? Go to your TV database. Under engagement, you will find report create. Create. Select that create, you will find trial balance reports. We are not going to create any. Maybe we can create lah. Okay, I'll teach you one example of how to create. So right now, if you see in my binder or in your binder, the lead schedule is only available for cash and bank balances. The rest of it, or even if you expand, it doesn't find anything. Let's say PPE. I want to create a lead schedule. I go to my engagement, select PB create, try balance report. First, it will ask you from groups. Remember I told you all this report is based on the groups and subgroup. Okay? It will ask you which TV is select the right TV. What is your report name? Don't have a name, just leave it first. TV summary LS. Work paper index. What is this work paper index? Did you notice all of the document has this numbers? G10 something and all. Now for my PPE is H10100, right? So maybe I put H10101. Needs to be in alphanumeric format. Then tap location, where do you want to locate this work paper? Unsure, then put it under unfiled first, temporarily. Unsure. Once you do the basic setting, now you go to the second box called account group. This is the big box. Remember your grouping list from your TV database? And I show you the view got 3 types of view, list got 2 types of grouping list, right? So we are always using the first grouping list. So don't change this part. Don't change. Now, include selected means, let's say you are only doing for PPE, right? Lead schedule, and then you select include selected. If you want to create and put everything in one report, then you select include current and future. See, you auto select everything. Select. Once you unselect, you will go back to include selected. Okay? You will try click. Okay. Now, if let's say I select include current and future, it will auto select everything, right? And then below that got classify report. The difference is, if you tick on classify report, you will get the classify report I showed you earlier. The SOFP and SOCI. Where? Here. Okay. See classify report. Means the system will identify which one is NCA, CA, everything. It will identify and give you a balance sheet and P&L. If you click on classify report. If you never click on classify report, what happens is that you will just get a normal report with all of the accounts. Currently I try here. Later on you can try one with classify, another without classify. You won't corrupt anything. You can just try and then leave it there. Clear? But right now I say I want to do PPE, right? So PPE means include selected or current and future. Noted? Selected. Include selected or unselect all. Okay. Now PPE I got 2 types of group. One is cost, another one is PPE. Just select both of them. Done with your account group, and then you go to your report type. How you want the report to be outputted? The output of the report, how you want to do it? By group. When I say by group, you only see the total PPE, how much, total accumulated utilization, how much. Cost, how much. So you won't see the breakdown. Or you won't see the account groups, account subgroups. If I say I want subgroup, then PPE cost, right? How many subgroup I heard just now? 22 subgroup. Air conditioner, lamp, etc. You will see all of that. If I say by detail, what happens is that group, subgroup and client account. So you have 3 levels. Group is just basic, subgroup, the breakdown. Detail is together with the client account. Okay. I got 2 accounts, right? Correct? So So if I select detail and I never select combined group, what happens is that you get two types of report. One is for cost, one is for AD. If I have two types of report, can I count my NBV? In my balance sheet, I need to put my net book value, right? So that is why we will combine group for PPE. So that both of the group will come out in one report only. Faham ke tak faham? Okay, kalau tak faham, you do the same thing. You select one for group, one for subgroup, one for detail, so you can see the difference. Then you click OK. The report was successfully created. Okay, then you go to your binder. Where will it be? Under your unfiled work paper. You open this. Are you saying something similar to mine? You've got a lot of zero balances, right? How to hide? How to hide? Engagement, properties. Go to settings, hide. Tick the first two boxes. Select OK. Can you see I have my total 1,699, total 1010 got 511. Compare back with your TV database, you'll be seeing the same number. And that's my net book value down here. Sum of account groups 188. You want to check? Select control, select cost and AD, you see 188. This is detailed version. Are you on the same page? Last row? What is your work paper name here? No, 5. TV summary. Are you seeing the subgroup like this or just group? Everyone selected detail, right? So remember 3 types of report: group, subgroup, and detail. So you selected. So that's why you're not seeing the breakdown. So how you know group? 1,000. Another way to find out, go to engagement. So later you print, if you want to print, you print. Because you are using cash and bank, they are doing PPE. So it's correct, but you selected different groups. And if you want to change, go to engagement. Okay, let's say you want to change anything, go to your engagement again from the report that you created, not from TV database, from the report you created. Go to properties. Okay, you see your group now, everything is disabled, right? Grey color. Because you no longer can change the settings around, but you still can change the groups. You can untick, scroll down, you can untick your cash and bank, and then tick PPE. Untick this, go up, untick both of them. Okay, so you might have problem because this one will be combined. Remember, just try to click OK. And you might receive a new report also. Just scroll down. Oh, yes, you got it. So you can only modify the group. Say suddenly from PPE you want to change it to trade receivable, untick the boxes. But you don't have to use one report for all section lah. PPE, create PPE. Trade receivable, create trade receivable. Okay? So it's all depending on the output type. It's either you're selecting group, subgroup or detail. The detail have to be careful. I have a client, a proper real client, not university students. You've got 20 plus groups, right? Yes, they want to create classified report. Means XOP and XOCI together. What happened? Include current and future, select all, never think combined group. So you know how many reports created? And depends on the machine. If your machine is a very old machine. Oh, wait until we have a troubleshoot, check everything, repair. Okay, So make sure you combine group or not. If you're selecting more than one. 1, 2 reports still fine. Everything not fine. So this one I want you to save. PPE. I'm just teaching you like you won't be creating this during your exams. Just save and then use. Link schedules, any type of TB report, if you're making changes, you must save. TB database, you don't have to save. TB database auto save. Okay, so the account grouping, TB database, whatever you do, you auto save. Okay, so now you understand what it means by include all. Include all means current and future. Include selected, what we showed selected just now. Then this is a report type: detail, combined group, summary by group or subgroup. So this is the report type. Format column you leave it. I'm not teaching you this part. Once you have this schedule, then you already prepare your financial statement, correct? Now, what is the last document after your financial statement? Huh? Shall you? I heard your voice. Okay lah, never mind, Shauli lah, the guy that you look like Harry Potter. Compliment. What would be the last document? Word FS, that is your audit report. So where to find your audit report? Go to your binder or look it up, you will find audit report. So can you see how you rearrange in order? Client TB, financial statements, and then audit report. Open the audit report. Once you open your audit report, can you see your client name, your registration number, and your year end in the cover page? Usually this cover page on, we have to create on own. Okay? So this is your final product of your audit. Now, how come all this figure is showing here? This is because of whatever you key in when you create client folder. So it's not we are simply creating client folder, everything is open. So it's linking here. Okay. Reports and FS done. Scroll all the way down, you will find table of contents. Now this TOC is linked. I want to go to SOFP. So can you find statements of financial position? Control, click. Control, click. Control, click on the statements of financial position. It will drop you down. So you just scroll down a bit, you'll find SOFP. Okay? Now, can you see it? The report is saying insert option template in C10105. Find for your C10105. The binder, where is your C10105? Tempest, right? SOFP. So from here, I need to link to the Word. Why we are doing this way? Because Word cannot link with TB database. So, don't do first, I'm going to do, you watch and then later on I'll give you some to do. Okay? So, for me to link, I cannot control A like how we did earlier. Why? Because control A only works when there is no spacing in between the data. If you got space, then the control A won't work. So I have to use the manual way of highlighting. So when I highlight, you see I'm highlighting until column E. There's no column F. Okay? Because all the margin and alignment has been set by our team. So I will just copy. When I copy, you see I'm copying additional one empty row at the bottom. Okay? And then I will control C as usual. Copy. Once I go here, don't do first, don't do first. Okay, I need to delete this. I need to delete. Because those in red color are just guideline for your coding. So you don't have that. You don't need to put that in the report. Once I come here, you don't paste as usual. We need to paste special. To find paste special, under your word home tab, you will find paste. Click on the arrow, you will find paste special. Select on the paste special and then paste link. So can you see the source is showing Microsoft Excel? From where you're copying the table range, it's showing you here. The moment I select paste link, then you will have as what? I paste link as Excel worksheet object. Then you can see the description at the bottom. Your result would be the content of whatever you're pasting will be in a picture format. But that picture is linked to your Excel as a shortcut. Okay, so I'll cancel. You highlight the data, Control C, and then you come here, paste special, paste link, select Excel, OK, tada, you have like this. Okay, can you do now? After you paste, right, you will see the page will be running and all. So don't worry about it, just paste only. The page is running because it's too long. Okay, done? Who needs more time? Okay. Paste as Microsoft Excel because the system automatically select default as HTML. Don't paste it as HTML. You normally paste just delete and then copy paste again. During exam you might be like a bit, how to say it. Like you won't check if it's HTML or Excel. You just might fix a bit. Make sure you select Excel. Okay then? Done. Okay. Now can you see a lot of zero balances? Edit that. You must see some similar to mine. If anything is different, then let me know. You should have grey color background. Then only there's a link. The picture is there. Okay. Now, there's a lot of zero balances, right? Can we present zero balances in our AFS? Cannot. Okay, the moment you don't have figures, then don't present it. Unless last year got figure, this year got no figure, then you still have to present. Don't go into it. Okay? So what we have to do now is, I am going to hide all of this. But when I say hide, right, it's not like one by one hiding. You're going to use shift and control. going to do this is I'll just drag and then shift space. Okay, you can follow me. Or just highlight those 0 in the first and the NCA, then shift space. Then when you use shift space, it will select the entire row. And then, can you see this jump in between, right? Yeah. So I cannot highlight again. I need to use Control Select. Control Select. And then, don't use your mouse, just select Shift Space again. Those who need time, let me know. I don't want it to be missed out. Okay. Then I got 2 space here again, which I'm not going to select. Now, when I control and select, I need to control and drag. So how? Don't use your mouse. If you use your mouse, then you are going to lose the previous selection. So control, select control first, and then drag all the way down. And then shift space. If you all accidentally miss, right, then I will do again here. Okay, select like this, shift space. Shift space, and then control select, shift space. Then see this part, I will control. I won't click, if you click then you will lose. Control and hold and drag. Hold your mouse and drag. And then shift space. Then you got 75 million which you are not going to select. Then control, select, shift space. Those who already know how to do, you just do. Continue. I'm going slow for people who don't know how to use this Excel. Okay. Then another selection is make sure to hide this 2025 again. Can you see at the top I already got 2025. Then again at the bottom I 2025 again, which we don't need that. Only one header. So I will control drag until above my equity, shift space. Don't hide your equity, just hide above the equity. Then I come here again, control drag, do close, shift space. That's all you have to do. When it's in sequential, shift select. If it's in jumping, control select. Okay. Same thing. What do you do here? Do here also. Done. Okay, good. Okay. Once you already select all of these, when you right click, you won't find the height. So where you have to right click? Be careful when you right click. If you wrongly select somewhere, you will lose the selection also. Can you see the numbers at the left hand side? Numbers. Okay, right click and then you will find height. The height everything. When you do it first time, you will find it a bit difficult. Then the more you do, it's easier for you to select. Take the height. Okay, done. How many of you all cannot do this? You need more time. Okay. So for those who already do, you can go to your report now. Can you see the changes reflect there on the end, right? Just right click on the data and then find for update link. Click on update link, it will rearrange everything back. How to do? Right click and then update link. It will rearrange everything back to the first page. You can scroll up and find your data.
Right click and something. Update link.
the alignment has been set to your left and right as per audit reporting standard, right? It's not simply, there's actually the marginal that needs to be set. You have to follow that. So all of this has been set. So you don't go and change anything. So every time there are changes in the figures, what will happen is that your report should automatically update. Right now we didn't update because the report is open. So once you close, then you make changes in the Excel or the TP database, they will update. Siapa yang pernah draft report during your internship? Got draft report. Have you drafted a report during your intern? No. You got. Have you experienced the difficulty of going and update the report again and again? No. But even though you never draft the report, they will still go and ask you because these are the routine tasks that seniors don't like to do. They'll give to juniors. So when you have this kind of techniques to do, then easy. Your work is to just monitor your TB database. Figures are right there or not, then the rest of the places will be taken care of. Okay? If you never link, then yes, you have to go and update. Okay, done? Save the report. Save the report. Yeah, go back to the slide. So you can see here, copy from disclosure notes or basic FS, paste special, paste link, Microsoft. Right now I'm just showing you basic FS. If you go under cash and bank, you will find the disclosure notes in Excel. You can do your training later on, copy paste disclosure note in the notes. Then copy additional one empty row. So why I ask you to copy additional one empty row? Go to your report, you find, you can see the double line. If you never copy one additional row, then your double line will not be detailed. And then those who never hide your 2025, in between you will see two types of it, two 2025. Actually you should only have one. You see at the top. Only when your FS is going to your second page, that's when you must have the header again. If it's in the same page, then you cannot have two 2025. 2021, 2024, cannot have that, only one. So if you have it now, go and hide and then update links again. Do not resize or move the OLE link. What is OLE link? The one you just copy paste, right? We call it as OLE links. Okay, so the moment you create link, don't go to the report. And then you see got corners here, right? Decrease, maximize it, don't do any of this. If you want to do any changes in the alignment and all, go to your report, do here, and then update link in your, so go to your FS, do the update and then you update link in your report. Why? Because OLE link, the moment you already create, then if you go, they will have some kind of locking key number at the back. And when you go and change, you will change. Then your link will be corrupted. What will happen if it's corrupted? Next time you open the report, the picture you are seeing right now will become very small. When you see it's very small, then you know it's corrupted. Delete and recreate the link. Formatting changes should be made in the Excel file only. Okay, 2:30. I'll give you 10 minutes break. Come back at 2:40.